Greetings, boils, ghouls, and all other macabre manner of being. It's your old buddy Oxleymations here again, bringing you yet another video in my exclusive little series. Today was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I just happened to be out at the store with one of my friends, and while we were looking around, I happened to spot today's particular topic item. Without further delay, without further ado, I present to you the 4D Gummy Candy Blocks Haunted House. Ooh. And yes, for those of you who are not aware, they do actually make gummy candies and other sorts of candies shaped like Legos or Mega Blocks, whichever you prefer. So, for today's video, also, before I continue, I should explain why they're called 4D. It is because they are 3D plus delicious. If you think I'm kidding, take a look for yourself. Right there, 3D plus delicious. So again, without further ado, without further delay, we're going to build ourselves a gummy haunted house. Now, before I even get started with that, because, well, things around here have gotten kind of dusty and drab since my last recording, so I have gone ahead and instead of cleaning up, I figured I would bring out a plate, something a little more sterile than this old table. So next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open this up and break that little seal there, which is easy enough. Haha. And thankfully with these, it doesn't have those extra little sticky things on either side, so it's only the one. So once you have that out of the way, you can open up the lid, pull back the flaps, and before I pull out the Legos, by the way, not sponsored, wink wink. And now we have the instructions on how to build this silly thing. Ooh, instruction sheets, ooh! I wonder if you could use these with regular Legos to make your own haunted house out of regular Lego bricks. Again, not sponsored. So, put that there, and then we go, haha, just as I planned. Okay, so now we will hold on to the box so we know what this thing is supposed to look like, as you do. And according to the instructions, step 1 is to take this cardboard dealy-mabob, which I actually thought would be a plastic centerpiece, given that first picture, and we are going to go right on ahead and open it up. If I can figure out how. Aha! Okay, so do that, and because I'm not reusing any of this, just tear the plastic open and throw it away. Take care of that for me, Corky. You can't see him, but Corky is still here. Okay, and then we do this, and we pop it up like that, and we fold these over like this, and we push this in like that, and aha, it's starting to look like a thing. Okay, so then we punch in these little doohickey-mabobber thingies. And now, which way are they supposed to go? It does not clearly specify. Okay, so I'm going to assume... I punched those the wrong way. Okay, they're supposed to come out this way so that the little tabs can go into them, not the other way. Alright. Are you doing alright out there in video land? I don't know why I'm doing this particular voice right now, but it felt right. So then we go back to what we were doing before, and we fold over all the little dealy-mabobs. If you see that there's a little crease on it, more than likely you've got to fold it. Okay, and then we start to insert the pegs into the slots, like so. Come on, there's one. And then... Oh, you suck. Come on, get back in the slot. There we go. It's back in the slot. And now we move on to the next one, and we try and replicate that. Just like that. And then we carefully punch out the thing again, because it receded whilst I was working. We punch in the last peg, like that. And then we have to punch out this last peg that I missed on the first go-around. There we are. Fold over these little nubs at the top, like so. Which you can't see any of this because you're way over there and I'm way over here. And I'm being a dillweed. What is a dillweed, you ask? If you have to ask, you're not old enough to be watching this, ladies and gentlemen. And there. Finished. Not quite as good as on the packaging, but I don't care. This is my little tiny haunted house, darn it. Okay, and so next we want to open up the bag with the orange and green blocks. Apologies to all my headphone wearing users, but it felt right. Now come on. Ooh, they actually smell fairly good. Okay, that first whiff smelled pretty good. Now it smells kinda funky. You can smell the plastic bag. Smooth. Okay. And now I'm going to set the bags aside because I'm sure, like with most cheap Lego bricks, there are extras. But then we get to eat them. And then we open up the purple one. The purple one. Open up! Oh, I did it. Okay, now these ones actually smell good. They smell like the grape that they're supposed to smell like. Almost like a Jolly Rancher is the type of aroma I'm getting off of those ones. By the way, again, not sponsored. Not sponsored by Jolly Rancher. Not sponsored by Lego. Not sponsored by anybody. I finance this stuff myself. Haha. So now then, according to this, we'll get off. Nope. Get off. There we go. So, according to the instructions, the first thing we're going to want to do is take 2 of these big ones and put them in the front. I should change to an overhead view for this. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Time out. Gotta do a thing. Be right back.
Abracadabra. Okay, we're back. So now then, as I was saying before, the first thing we've got to do is place our little doohickey right here in the centre. And then we're supposed to put 2 of these Lego thingies right there and there. And then there's supposed to be some square ones, there are. And so we're supposed to put these along the side, one here, and one here, like that. And then there's supposed to be these little 2-pin ones that go here, and one that goes here, like this, and like that. Good. And then it appears as though it's supposed to be, I'll be honest with you, ladies and gents, and all the configurations be, it looks like it's supposed to be one of these, and then a single. That is peculiar, because I don't think that there are any that are just single pegs. Let me just move around the blocks a little bit, green over there, orange over here, like this, and I'm confused, ladies and gentlemen, because if you look right here, it appears to be, like I said, one of these little blocks, and then a 1 peg to the side of it. Don't know how well you can see it on this camera. Oh, I'm being dumb. Okay, so what I was not seeing was it's actually one of these square ones next to one of these 2 pegs. It's just the top of this thing is cutting them off in the photograph. Okay, of crisis averted. So now we put this one here, and then we put this one here. Just like in the instructions. Alright, next, we get to dig into the purple next, okay? And it appears as though we want to put a single purple one right here, if I can get it to stay without sticking. And then we'll want 2 of these green bricks, if you can even call them that, here and here. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to start building up our walls. So one of those here, and one of those there. Okay, and then it looks like we're going to want to put another couple of these ones, but I don't see another one. And of course, just like those cheap Lego manufacturers to give me not enough pieces to make what I need. Curse you, 4D, 3D plus delicious candy company! Thwarting me in my plans. Okay, so we're done with steps 1 through 4. Kind of, because we're missing a piece. And then we move... Oh, what? Oh, I'm being dim. I didn't realize step 5 was below step 4. I thought I was going to jump to the next page, and I was like, wait a minute, that thing's basically done. Okay, so step 5. We're going to need more of these. Oh, and I see another step that I missed. Apparently I'm supposed to add more of these onto the back, like so. So allow me to remedy that. There we go. Okay, so that's all good. Now step 5, we start adding more of the green. Although I think, just to help fill space, I'm going to put this orange one right here. Just like that. Okay, so next we're going to want to put 2 of these green, like this and this on either side of our haunted house. That block fell out. Get back in place, block. Okay, like that. And then we're going to want to... Oh, wait a minute, I need more blocks on the sides. I'm getting ahead of myself and behind at the same time. Not an easy thing to do, I can show you. Like this, like that, Okay, and... Yep, and then put these ones here and here. Okay, it's sort of starting to look like it's supposed to. And then... They've messed up so far so badly. Or I have messed up so far so badly. Okay, and then on the back... I really do not like these instructions, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. You can barely see the back. Just to make sure you can see what I'm seeing. On the back of it, you're supposed to add more green blocks. But because of the angle at which it was photographed, like, it should have been done in this aerial view for that one. Okay, we're gonna keep rolling, we got this. So yes, put that there, and then put this here, I think. But no, not that one. We'll put one of these there, yes, just like that. Okay, so far, I just now realized I was supposed to put a little green block right here in the front for a stoop. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll take these couple of extra greenies and put them over here. And we move on to the purple, which is next step. We're going to be putting purple trim on this next, so let's see. I'm just going to dump the purple onto the plate. Alright, now I'm going to need a purple one here, and another purple one there, like that. And then I'm going to need 2 purple on the side, one like this on this side, and then I'm going to need a square and a 2 peg on this side, like this. Just like that. And then on the back it does that thing where it doesn't show what I need to be putting here. Oh, no, I lost a block. No, stand back up. Take your blocks and you will like them. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to be delicate. These things like to just slide off of each other, because they've got some kind of oil and gooey stuff seeping out of them from when they were manufactured. Okay, so next on the back it's doing the same thing again, where it doesn't show me exactly what I need, so I'm just going to put a block there, because that's why. Okay, now we're on to step 7. Oh boy. Okay, step 7. I'm going to need how many of these? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Doing this voice for prolonged periods is not the nicest on the throat, for whatever reason. It dries out the old vocal cords, as they say. Okay, no, I already feel what's going on there. Nope, back, you savages, get back in place. I'm warning you. I have powers. Stick to the cardboard, you will stick. Okay, there's that, and then I need to stick this on the front, like that, I think. And then on the sides, they've randomly stuck on extra bricks. And I don't mean to say that to be rude, I mean they literally appear to have just stuck some extra little bricks on the side at the top. Okay, and I jumped to the wrong page, there we go, okay. And I'm just going to wing it and finish this thing off before it all falls apart and I lose my temper. Shoot. That's it. And then just put this one on top. Just stick to yourselves like that, stick. Stick to yourselves to the cardboard, I don't care which. Just stay. Uh-oh, there went the porch. No, I worked so hard. Don't fall apart yet. No! Stay together, my precious creation. Don't fall apart on me yet. Okay, now quickly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to crack open the bag of accoutrements and decorate my haunted house before it implodes. So let's see, according to the instructions, there's supposed to be a skull on the porch here, like that. And then around the tippy top, there's supposed to be bones just randomly there and there. And then I'll go with one of these skulls that hasn't been properly candy coated because it's got the creepy little eyes that stare into your soul. Mancala. And then this goes on the top here, along with the 2 little bones beside it, here and here, if I can get them to stick. And I'm going to consider that done. The rest of these bones are for the boneyard out front. And now quickly, ladies and gentlemen, before this thing falls apart, I will give you a nice couple of roundabout images of this thing. So just hold on to your hat and we'll be right back.
Behold, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my haunted abode. Yes, it may not be the most pretty thing in the world, but I did my best, dagnabbit, because this is so very cheaply made. Now, allow me to give you the tour of the place. Over here, you can sort of see my nice little graveyard that I've put together, along with a bunch of random pieces and parts of the dearly departed. And over here we have much of the same, only I need to put more bones and stuff over there. Here you go, bone jangles. And then in the middle we have the house itself, which is supposed to have a chimney, but it just will not stay in place. There we go, a chimney. Voila! And then, of course, we have it decorated with the former owner, or what's left of him, and or her. I don't judge. And you can see it's made of primarily 3 different colors and flavors. We have the orange foundation, we have what I'm assuming to be the lime green mid-section, the trim, as they say, and of course the grape roof and tiles, and of course the grape chimney. It's not the grapest thing I've ever made, but dang it, it is mine. For now. And there goes the chimney. Oh well, I tried. Well now, to get on to the next part of this video, and answer the question that I'm sure is on everybody, and by everybody I mean nobody's mind. How does it taste? Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I just said, we're about to find that out right now. I'm going to start off with probably not such a big piece. I'll go with one of these little square green ones. Like I said before, it has a Jolly Rancher type smell to it. It's not terrible, but it's not the greatest I've ever taken a whiff of before. But to your health, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I don't know what I was expecting. It's not the greatest thing I've ever had. It's far from the worst. Especially when you get to the middle. That's where all the real flavor is at. Okay, okay. I don't hate it. It's got a nice lime flavor to it. Alright, the green ones so far get a pass from me. Now we'll move on to a purple one before I yank out one of the orange ones and knock a part of the building over. Alright, we'll go with a piece that is the same size. Oh, y'all can't even see that. There you go. A nice little purple block. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, that lime one actually had a little bit of moisture to it. This grape one, not so much. It's dry. But why is it so dry? And it's a lot tougher to chew than the green one was. Okay, so after you've chewed it for a bit and it mixes with your saliva and your mouth juices, it actually has a decent taste to it. It's not the greatest I ever had. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a top grape flavor to it. I was not expecting that little zing at the end there. Okay, the grape is okay. If you like artificial grape, that is, like Fanta grape soda, you'll probably enjoy the grape. And now, so the grape gets a pass from me. Grape's not my favorite flavor of gummy candies, but again, I'll let it slide for now. And now, second from last, and certainly not least. Oh hey, it didn't fall down. Small victories, celebrate them when you get them. So now, a little orange block for me to chow down upon. Mm-hmm. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will say right now, with absolute certainty, I'm not a fan of the orange. With the orange you can taste the artificialness, that they wanted it to taste like orange. You get like some orange zest, and whatever that aftertaste is. But then, on the whole, the experience is just not very pleasant. Pardon me for a moment. Ooh. Ooh, you can tell it's a bad candy when water makes the flavor worse. I don't like the orange. No, those ones can go away. The lime are okay. The grape is passable. The orange, no. You take that muck away. And now I'm going to put myself through the ringer and actually try one of these nice little hard candies. Again, ladies and gentlemen, boils, ghouls, and all other macabre manner of being, to your health. That is a crunchy piece of candy. I'm almost worried that was a tooth. Why does it taste soapy? I am not even joking. That has some kind of a soapy flavor to it. I think it was supposed to be lime. This legitimately tastes like the aroma when you first open up a thing of laundry detergent. And no worries, I did not actually break a tooth. It was in fact the candy that made that ungodly crunch. Had to grab my cap. No. 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 The hard candies get a hard no from me. Okay, so on the whole, I would have to say that as a building set, it fails. As candy, excuse me. Oh, I burped and I can taste the orange. Okay. As a candy, unfortunately, because the orange is so powerful, I'm also going to have to give that a thumbs down. As a building set, it fails there too, because I mean, look at the standards that they gave you, the high hopes. This is what they wanted you to build. This, I wouldn't say beautiful, but this little house right here, you could have had your own Gummy haunted house. The only thing about this house that's going to haunt me is that blasted orange flavor and the experience of putting this dag-nabbed thing together. I have not enjoyed this. I started to. I was enjoying this at the beginning, but once you get past the orange and you get into the green pieces, no. The farther up you go, the worse it gets. So this particular set, the 4D, 3D plus delicious Gummy Candy Blocks Haunted House that I bought on a whim, this I can honestly say is one of few purchases that I regret. I can't enjoy the candy. Yeah, I can't really enjoy the candy because it comes back to haunt you with its aftertaste. And sorry about bopping you with the box. I meant to catch it, but this jacket is a little tight in the arms and I can't quite maneuver as well as I should. It brings your hopes high, way up where they should not be when it comes to something like this. It's like, here kids, you could build your own haunted house. Oh yeah. I swear it'll look just like this when you're done. No, it doesn't. This is the most fun I've had with this set, is destroying the thing. There. Feel my wrath, you little gummy cubes of lies. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video. Oh, before I forget, there's a little something that I found out recently that brought a little bolt of joy to my little shriveled black heart. Recently, speaking of undead things, an old 1990s snack food was resurrected by Betty Crocker, not sponsored, who made these confectionery candy concoctions back when I was just but a wee little creeper. Get out of here, you nastiness. So, while I was at the store today, I happened to actually, for the first time with my peepers, spy a pack of this stuff. And so, for your viewing pleasure, ladies, gentlemen, boys, ghouls, and all macabre manner of being, I bring forth to you Dunkaroos. Dun dun dun! So before I get too far ahead of myself, let's take a look at the packaging. So as you can see at the top, again, not sponsored, Betty Crocker, and then there's a picture of the cookies, the name brand, Dunkaroos, the nutrition facts, the barcode, etc., etc. Now, one of the biggest things that annoyed me about my purchases today, I spent about $3 on that box of nasty down there that turned out to be a waste of money. No, I spent $3 on this. No, $2 on this, roughly. And I spent about $3 on that. This should be a little container of happy, a little box of nostalgia. And as you can see from the side here, kind of like those cheese crackers with the little red stick, they would smear the cheese stuff onto the crackers. We have a reservoir of frosting down here. And we have a little reservoir of the cookies right up here at the top. And what you do to open it is you grab it by this piece here. You grab Betty Crocker by the spoon and tear downwards thusly and carefully so you don't wind up breaking this thing or throwing the cookies across the room. And then you are met with this sight here. You've got the frosting, the cookies, and last but not least, what you're supposed to do is you take the little cookies, the little D for Dunkaroo cookies, and you dip them into the frosting. We're going to take off that part of the packaging because it just gets in the way. And as you can see, it has some kind of funfetti style icing in there, how it's got the pretty little colored sprinkles. So you go dunkaroo, like that, get plenty of that frosting on the little cookie, and then this tastes like childhood. And and the nostalgia from this. By the way, did y'all back in the day who actually had this actually dunk, or were you the type like me who are more of a scoop type individual? This is precisely what I needed after that garbage over there. Just something sweet, covered in frosting. That's the good stuff. Hopefully they bring back the chocolate cookie with the vanilla icing as well. Those were personally my favorites. Didn't get these things very often because they're expensive, but oh, when you did. So good. Alright, before I turn this into a mukbang with you just watching me eat a bunch of random candy and foods, I will end this here. So thank you all so much for coming back and enjoying another one of my videos. I do truly and greatly appreciate it. And lastly, I leave you with this. What's a ghost's favorite lunch meat? Any guesses? No? Oh, no, nope, wrong. Bologna!